Our grandmothers never once said the word liver the way a doctor says it, but they knew in their bones how to keep the body clean and strong from the inside. They knew which bitter greens to cook when somebody looked poorly, which morning drinks set the stomach right, which foods were heavy and which ones were healing. And it turns out that a whole lot of what they reach for is exactly what the doctors now say supports a healthy liver. The organ that quietly does the work of keeping your whole body clean. Today I'm going to give you 10 of the old ways our grandmothers used to keep that part of us strong. But I'm going to be honest with you the whole way through because this is your health and I don't play with that. My name is Thelma Carter. I'm 82 years old. Let's begin carefully. Now hear me before we start because this matters more than any food on this list. I'm not a doctor and this is not about diagnosing anything. These are foods and habits that help support a healthy liver as part of eating right. They are not a cure. They are not a cleanse or a flush, and they do not replace a doctor. And this part you must not skip if you have real signs that something's wrong. A yellow color in your skin or the whites of your eyes, swelling in your belly or legs, pain up under your right ribs, dark urine. You do not sit home and drink tea. You go see a doctor and you go soon. The old ways are for keeping a healthy body strong. They are not for treating a sickness yourself. Promise me you'll hold that line. Now, let's talk about the old ways. Number 1, bitter greens, the way they always cook them. We start here because if there was one thing that never left our grandmother's tables, it was a big pot of greens. Collards, mustard greens, turnip greens, and when money was shortest, the dandelion greens they pulled up free from the yard. And it turns out those bitter greens are just about the best thing there is for supporting the liver. Now here's the part folks miss. That very bitterness you taste is the whole point. It's the bitter that gets your body's own cleaning and digestion working the way it's supposed to. The old folks even had a saying that a little bitter in spring cleaned the winter out of you, and they weren't far wrong. And don't you dare throw out the pot liquor, that dark, rich juice at the bottom of the pot. That's where so much of the goodness and the vitamins settled. Our grandmothers sopped it with cornbread or drank it warm from a cup, and they were healthier for it. They ate their greens 2-3 times a week all their lives without a single doctor telling them why. Turns out they were right all along, and it cost them almost nothing. Number 2, a warm lemon water in the morning. This one's simple and old and just about free, and it's a beautiful way to start a day. The juice of half a lemon squeezed into a cup of warm water, first thing in the morning before you put a single other thing in your body. It's gentle on you, it wakes up the digestion nice and easy, and it starts your whole day with something clean and bright instead of something heavy sitting on you. Our grandmothers reached for lemon and warm water for a dozen different things. A sour stomach, a scratchy throat, a sluggish morning. Because a lemon was cheap and it kept, and it did the body good. There's nothing fancy about it, and that's exactly why I love it. Before the coffee, before the breakfast, just that warm cup of lemon water. It's one of the kindest, quietest things you can do for a body you mean to keep strong for a long time. Number 3, garlic and onion in near everything. Walk into any one of our grandmother's kitchens around supper time and you knew it by the smell. Garlic and onion going in the pot because they went in near about everything. The beans, the greens, the gravy, the meat, all of it started with that garlic and onion. And beyond how good it made everything taste, both of them carry natural compounds that support your body's own cleaning work, the quiet work the liver does. They were about the cheapest seasoning there was. They lasted a good long while in the bin. They grew easy in any little garden, and they could make the plainest pot of beans taste like somebody loved you. Our grandmothers seasoned with garlic and onion out of good sense and good taste both. And all that time it was doing far more good for them than they ever knew. So don't you be shy with the garlic and the onion. It's medicine and flavor in the same humble bulb. Number 4, the humble beet. Now here's a poor family's treasure that most folks have forgotten. Beets were a garden staple in the old days. Dirt cheap, they kept a long time down in the cellar, and they grew where fussier things wouldn't. And it turns out that deep red root is one of the real friends of the liver, carrying the very compounds that support the quiet cleaning work it does. Our grandmothers knew 100 ways with a beet. They boiled them soft. They pickled them in jars to last the winter. They grated them raw into a salad. They even used the greens on top like any other cooking green, so nothing went to waste. That beautiful red color running through everything was doing your body real good. And a few beets stretched a meal and filled a belly besides. Cheap, humble, and a true friend to your health. That's the beet. Number 5. A strong cup of coffee. Stay with me. This one surprises everybody, and it's my little rehook. Now here's one you won't expect me to say, but the studies are clear on it, so I'll tell you honest. A cup or two of plain black coffee a day genuinely helps support a healthy liver. The research on that is some of the strongest there is. Our grandparents drank their coffee strong and black, no fancy syrups, and it was doing them good. Now I said plain, not loaded with sugar and cream till it's a dessert because all that sugar works against you. Plain black, a cup or two. If your grandmother drank her coffee strong and black every morning of her life, put a 5 in those comments. Let me see her hand in yours. Number 6, turmeric, the golden spice. This one came into a lot of our kitchens through the islands and the old countries, carried across the water in the knowing of our people. Turmeric, that deep golden spice that stains everything it touches. It carries a compound that's been studied a good deal now for supporting the liver and for cooling the low, quiet inflammation that wears a body down over the years. A little stirred into a pot of rice, into a stew, into a pot of greens, or into a warm cup of milk at bedtime the old way. It's gentle, it's golden, and it's genuinely good for you. And here's a beautiful little piece of old wisdom. The old cooks always paired their turmeric with a little black pepper, and they did it long before anybody could tell them why. Turns out that pinch of black pepper helps your body actually take in the good of the turmeric many times over. They knew it in their hands. The science only caught up later. Number 7, good fat instead of fried. Here's a habit more than a food. Our grandmothers fried plenty, I won't lie. But they also knew the difference between everyday food and heavy food, and they didn't fry everything every day. Easing off the heavy fried food and leaning on gentler fats like a little olive oil takes a real load off the liver. It's not about never having your fried fish on Friday. It's about not making every single meal a heavy one. The liver rests when you don't overwork it. Number 8, easing off the sugar. Now this is one of the most important, and our grandmothers knew it without any study. Too much sugar is hard on the body. All that sweet, the sodas, the sugary everything, the liver has to deal with all of it, and too much, day after day, wears it down. Our grandparents didn't have sweets every day. Sweet was a Sunday thing, a special thing. Going back to that, treating sugar as a treat, not an everyday flood, is one of the kindest things you can do for your liver. The old way was the right way here. Number 9, plain water all day long. The simplest one on this whole list, and wouldn't you know, it's the one most folks skip. Plain water is how your body carries the waste out and keeps everything moving and clean inside. It's the river that washes the whole house, so to speak. Our grandmothers, working hard from sun up to sundown, drank their water from the well and the pump and the tap without ever thinking twice about it, because that's what you drank. They weren't sipping on sweet sodas and sugary drinks all day the way folks do now. They drank water, and plenty of it. And a body that's given enough plain water steady all through the day can do its own cleaning work the way the good Lord made it to. You don't need a fancy bottled drink with a fancy name and a fancy price. You need plain water and enough of it morning to night. It's free or near to it, and it's one of the most important things on this whole list. Number 10, and the one that ties it all together, rest and letting the body be. Here's the last and maybe the truest. Our grandmothers believed in rest, in not eating late into the night, in giving the body a stretch of hours to do its own quiet work. They didn't graze all day and all night. They ate their meals and then they let the body rest and mend, especially through the night. Giving your body regular hours of rest from food and from strain is one of the oldest and wisest ways to keep every part of it, the liver included, working the way it should. It costs nothing. It's just the old rhythm of a well-lived day. Now let me tell you the honest truth about how this works, because I won't sell you a miracle. Not one of these 10 is a magic cure. And there's no such thing as a food that flushes or cleanses your liver overnight. Don't let anybody sell you that. What these do is take the load off and give your body what it needs to do its own cleaning work the way it was designed to. It's the greens and the water and less sugar and the rest stacked together day after day that keeps you strong. That's not a cure, that's care. That's the old way of tending yourself, the way our grandmothers did. Let me tell you about a woman I'll call Miss Ada from my own neighborhood years back. She'd gotten to feeling tired and heavy, run down all the time. Now she did the wise thing first. She went to a doctor and got checked out properly. But alongside what her doctor told her, she went back to the old ways, the bitter greens, the lemon water in the morning, easing off the sweets and the heavy fried food, plenty of plain water, and getting her rest. And over the weeks, working right alongside her doctor, she felt lighter and stronger and more herself again. She didn't do it with a miracle drink. She did it with the old ways and her doctor, both together. That's the way. So before I let you go, I'll say the most important thing one more time because I care about you. These are old ways to help support a healthy body. They are not a cure and they are not a substitute for a doctor. If you've got real warning signs, yellow in your skin or eyes, swelling, pain under the ribs, dark urine, you do not treat that at home with tea and greens. You get yourself to a doctor. And if you're on any medication, some of these foods and spices can interact with it, so you tell your doctor before you make big changes. The old ways and good medicine working together, that's the safe way, and that's the only way I'll tell it to you. Because here's what I want you to carry. Our grandmothers didn't have much, but they knew how to keep a body strong with what grew in the garden and sat in the cupboard. The greens, the garlic, the water, the rest. That knowledge kept our people going through hard times when there was no doctor and no money for one. That wasn't backwardness, that was wisdom. And now the studies keep proving out what they knew in their hands all along. Don't you ever be ashamed of the old ways. Use them wisely. Use them alongside good medicine and be proud of where they came from. So tell me down in those comments. What did your grandmother cook or reach for to keep the family strong and healthy? Those old ways are slipping away, and your telling keeps them alive. I read every single one. And if this helped you, I did a whole video on the old teas and tonics our people used to keep their sugar steady. I'll put it right up on your screen so you can watch it next. Take good care of yourself now. The old way and the wise way, both together. Now you know what I know. Don't you let it stop with you. You carry it on the way it was carried to me, but you carry the good sense with it too. I'm Thelma Carter, and I'll be right here.